Hello Eternum and welcome to KOTT News, Eternum's #1 source for news. And this is the War Report. Dynamic change in the history of Eternum last night as the inevitable result of triple declarations results in a double factional flipping. The Syndicate members of JDB's Kitchen yielding the heavyweight championship belt to Iron Reavers, who immediately begin doing road work and open world PvP. JDB were able to claim the arid desert dooms of Brimstone Sands from the forces of Outcast, who had sent their primary forces to Ebonscale. JDB forces were unavailable for comment, presumably dispatched to support the security detail in Windsward. KOTT News traveled to City Hall in Corinth, but company leadership were understandably absent. All things being equal, the closest fight of the night was in Weaver's Fen, where the Marauders of Stamout Z held off a last-minute flag push to maintain control of the Peat Moss Bog. KOTT News were on the scene and got reactions from the victors after the fight. Congratulations on your victory. A little bit of a pucker when they get inside the fort with about 3 minutes left, but you managed to push them off and get the hold, getting the gates back up except for Bravo, pushing them out. How do you feel it went?
Oh, it went, fantastic. Shout out to them. Commit. They're really good. They're in our range of expertise here. We like to fight them. We like the competition, the friendly comp. Hey, Bob the Builder. Shout out to me for being Bob the Builder. And let's keep these wars going, bro. It's GG's. Friendly all day, baby.
Right on, my man. Was there anybody else out there who stood out in their performance?
The whole company. Stamouts the whole. We pulled too. About 2 months ago, we were getting farmed, but now, look at us now. We're making our way up, There's still a lot of work we have to do, but we can pull through, baby.
While in Twillin, KOTT News spoke with a new refugee to the island about their experience thus far. Welcome to the island, my friend. I hope you're enjoying your experience.
Oh yeah, man. It's a blast.
Right on. How long you been at it?
Probably about a week now. Just enjoying the sights. I kind of regret joining the Covenant, though. It doesn't seem like they do jack.
There's a couple of companies out there. Outcast just happened to be triple declared tonight, so they were a little under the or behind the 8 ball, as it were.
Okay. Yeah, I think mostly I'm just focusing on getting to 60 before I dive into some wars.
This just handed to me. KOTT News have received reports of druids summoning giant vegetative beasts throughout the northern regions of Eternum. Citizens traveling through the north are encouraged to move in large groups until scouting parties determine the exact might of these new forces on the island. KOTT News will bring you more on this story as it develops. Returning to our continuing coverage of the Season 1 track, last night's bingo attempt resulted in a giant plus. Leave a comment below if you've had a giant plus too. Looking at the weather for today, and as the cool breeze of spring turns into the dry heat of summer, don't blame it on the sun just doing its thing. Blame it on the typhoons, which will skirt the eastern edge of the island, giving rise to a 30% chance of corruption invasion across the island. Another submission for Simulated Fantasy Combat Resolution tonight, brought to you by LARPco. Remember, if it isn't LARPco, it's cardboard. Tonight, the Syndicate members of Bloomin' Onion attack the Marauders of Stamout Z for control of the rain-drenched mountain region of Morningdale. Bloomin' Onion forces have taken the time to prevent Apoxia and set up an assault camp to lay siege and reclaim the northern forward observation posts. Stamout Z may be running on fumes after their long hold last night, but pushing their physical limits to the max is exactly the kind of fight that Marauders live for. Be sure to tune in for complete coverage and reactions from the citizens tonight at 11. Until then, this has been War Correspondent JChalant, KOTT News.